Good morning. We're coming to you from the Firefly Berries kitchen, and I'm here with my helper, Mr. Lincoln, who's 8. And we decided we wanted to share some of our favorite recipes for you. So those of you who are at home more and are having to cook more from scratch, we thought this might give you a little inspiration. So today we're making one of our favorite breakfasts, which is what?
Apple pancakes.
Not apple pancakes, apple waffles.
Apple waffles.
Although, if you don't have a waffle maker, you can certainly turn this recipe into apple pancakes. So this apple waffle recipe is taken from a virtual vegan website, and I will link it below. It takes some pretty basic ingredients. We have baking soda, baking powder, cinnamon, salt, vanilla. Coconut oil is what you see down below there. However, if you don't have coconut oil, you can use your fat of choice. You could use avocado oil. You could even use olive oil. You could use butter, whatever works for your family. And then, of course, milk. And we have a vegetarian vegan in our household, so we use cashew milk. And to make the milk go farther, because right now we're kind of rationing our milk, so we don't have to go out so much, we have halved the milk. So I use half water and half milk. So Lincoln's going to show us how we make a flax egg. If you are short on eggs or you don't want to go out to the store, it's really simple. You just need flaxseed meal. So Lincoln's going to open that up for us. And for every egg, if you have 1 egg in your recipe, you need 1 tablespoon of flax meal to 3 tablespoons of lukewarm water. So Lincoln now has the flax meal and the water in there, and he's just going to stir it up gently for us. And then we're going to set that aside. That kind of congeals and will serve as a thickener, and also it will fluff up our waffles. Getting ready to get everything all mixed together. So Lincoln is going to try to start leveling off the flour. This is our flour blend that we use. Again, I was telling you, you can use any kind of flour blend that works. So after your flour is in, then the second step here is we're going to add in the baking powder, the baking soda, and the cinnamon. So I have pre-measured all of that, and Lincoln's going to pour it in, and then he's going to stir it up for us. So pour it in and stir it up. After that, we're going to add in the milk. Here's the milk, buddy. Pour it all over the top there, bud. There you go. Good job. And then we're also going to add in the coconut oil that has been melted in the microwave, or however you want to melt it. You're going to just pour that in along with the flax egg that has been sitting. And you can kind of see the flax egg has started to congeal a little bit and thicken up, and that will help make your waffles nice and fluffy. So Lincoln's going to stir that up again nice and slow. And once that's stirred in, we are going to add in vanilla and also apple cider vinegar. Now, apple cider vinegar is great for using when you are not using eggs, especially because it allows it, and also when you're going gluten-free, because the reaction with the acid in the cider vinegar and the baking soda makes things fluffy. So if you've ever made one of those volcanoes with your children where you put vinegar and baking soda together and you see it kind of puff up and explode like a volcano, that's sort of what happens, but inside your baked goods. So that helps things to run. Now all we have left to add in is our apples. So I forgot to mention this at the beginning when I was talking about the ingredients, but there is a fruit in this recipe. The author of the recipe calls for apples, which is great because they're not super juicy, and so then it makes it so your waffle iron does not get super messy. I have taken 2 apples because we've doubled the recipe, and I have washed them, peeled them, and diced them into tiny bits. So we're going to put those in. Lincoln, you want to brush those in with your spatula? So there they go in now. All we have to do is mix them back up into the batter, and then we'll be ready to put them into the waffle iron. One quick thing to note is if you do not have apples on hand, we have tried this with frozen blueberries. And then just be aware that they will probably stick more in your waffle iron. So, okay, now we are ready to get our waffle batter into the waffle iron. Very simple, whatever kind of waffle iron you have. Turn it on, make sure it's ready to go. You can see my green light is on, so it is ready for us to open. And this recipe, because it has coconut oil in the batter, does not need extra oil on the waffle iron. However, if you are using the blueberries, like I mentioned, you may want to put a little extra on. So we're going to load these all up, and then we're going to close it, and our waffle iron takes about 5 minutes for them to cook, and then we will show you what they look like when our waffles are all done, and they're looking super yummy with big chunks of apples sticking out. And I just want to say that when you're cooking and you're trying to not have to go to the grocery store very much, just don't be afraid to substitute. You can substitute different kinds of fruits. You can use a flax egg instead of an egg. You can use watered down milk for the liquid. You can use many different kinds of oils. So just don't be afraid if you see a new recipe and you want to try it. Don't be afraid to modify it. Thanks so much. Have a great day.